Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Everything Etc. I'm your host, Shaman, and today, for our 10th episode, we're joined by a very special guest. LilRonn, how are you?
I'm great, thank you. How are you, man?
Good. Honestly, thank you for coming on the podcast.
Honestly, I've seen some of the clips. They're actually really funny. Especially the olive one.
Olive one?
Yeah, olive theory. I think Abdullah was in that episode or something. I was like, what is he doing in this in the podcast?
He wasn't even supposed to be in it. He was just sitting there watching us.
Oh, really?
And then he's like, I want to talk in it. So he just got an extra mic and sat him down. It was good.
That's good, man. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for coming on.
That's all good, man. I'm happy to be on here, yeah.
For people who don't know who you are, tell us a bit about yourself.
Alright, so, hey guys. I'm LilRonn. I'm a uni student, so I'm actually doing my master's in public health right now, first year, so I'll probably graduate next year. I do rap on the side. You probably see me, rap around town, stage, shoots and saris, UQSLA stuff. And I'm Sri-Lankan, 22, turning 23 soon. But yeah, for fun, I just go gym, listen to music, watch movies,
Yeah, I can vouch for the LilRonn stuff too. I was at Shoots and Saris last year. That was fire. That was so good. It was really good.
Yeah.
So LilRonn as a rapper, you're pursuing public health as a degree at uni, and you're also pursuing this music career as a rapper, as LilRonn.
Mm-hmm.
Why rap?
Rap. Honestly, you'd have to go back to when I was in grade 12. I felt like I was underappreciated as a person. Yeah. Right? Sure, I could be every brown guy and do med, engineering, law, whatnot, right? But I realized I've got to stand out in this crowd, right? Because sure, you can be a doctor, right? Yeah. But what else do you do, right? So it was something like that. I want to be a jack of all trades kind of guy. I'll do public health, uni, I gym, and then music on the side, right? So I wanted to do that, right? So with the music, honestly, it just started off as a joke.
Really?
Yeah, it was honestly, me and my mate were just freestyling at the lunch table. It was really bad. We're just dissing each other's moms and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was kind of like that. But my mate, he was also a producer. He made beats here and there. And then I think it was probably the last few weeks of school, before I went to school, he was like, let's do something. And he was like, he said that, and I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, sure. Because I thought this was a hobby, right? So we'll see what happens. That's when I released and then we made a couple of beats, we messed around a bit, and then the one that we ended up going for was my first song, Play Nice. To listening back to it now, I can't actually listen to the whole song because it's actually
that cringe.
For me, it's cringe, right? But I have some people my close friends who actually love the song because they say it shows the progression of how I've gone through, so that's why they like the song.
Because listening to that song and the ones you're gonna release, the progression of you as an artist and the stuff you learned in that time must be insane.
Yeah, exactly. I've learned so much skills and my lyrical flow, and then writing, production, it's gone up exponentially. So honestly, listening to I still haven't got around to listening to my first song fully. I'll probably cringe at the first bar or how I sound and everything. So it's really awkward listening, but hopefully one day I can listen to the whole song, but maybe not now.
Yeah, no, that makes complete sense. There's a lot that you just said that it's really interesting. You said you felt inadequate or underappreciated as a person. Do you think that's the big reason why rap is me breaking out?
Oh, honestly, as
a person.
Yeah. Because I was really introverted.
Yeah.
Really? I was really
Mate, that's
introverted.
crazy. Yeah.
I was really introverted. I never went out to parties that much. I still don't. I go to the occasional birthday party, but I was always to myself, reserved. Always a home guy, staying at home, studying. I was actually a full brown nerd. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I can vouch for that. That was me too.
But then it just clicked. One day, I was just I gotta do something with myself, right? I can't, I felt I needed to do something with my life, right? Yeah. Whether it was because I know I can't just put all my money into my uni degree or all my money into gym or whatnot, right? I wanted to do something good for myself and good for my character. So I was okay, let's go. Let's just release a song, do some music, and then it was just kind of that mentality, that leap of faith that got me into releasing my first song. And then I felt so much pressure, because it is my first song. I don't know, people don't know anything about me. People didn't know I rap. People didn't know make music and stuff like that in the background. So for my school kids back in the day, my old mates, they probably have a different perception of you back then. But now it's like releasing a song is like second nature now. So like honestly, yeah.
Could you just put yourself out there? That's the thing you're talking about being underappreciated. That is like so real. I think. And even for me, as like going through school, I was like the same. Study all the time. Brown guy. I don't want to go into like either it was medicine or engineering, right? Like, that's what your parents tell you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right. And I'm like, oh, what can I do? Then I was like doing music, heaps of music in school, and I started a podcast, and that's like how I think I made myself feel more appreciated.
Yeah.
So, LilRonn.
Yeah.
Do you think that you are one of the greats, or you will become one of the greats?
Honestly, it depends on how time flows. Yeah. Honestly, like if it goes that way, sure. But I'm not. I don't feel like I'm gonna be like Drake Kendrick level. That's like too much pressure for me. I'm just happy to being like one of the greats in my community, like the state at least, like Brisbane wise. Who knows? National will probably be my maximum, but like, we'll see.
Respectable
because like I feel like no one else is doing like Lankan rapping and like in this scene. Like I'm not seeing any reels or anything. I think it's just me performing. So like I could say that I'm like the best in like the Lankan community in terms of rap, or like even the brown scene. I don't know about the brown scene. I'll have to look into it more. But like in terms of a Lankan rapper, for sure.
Saying you want to be the best, so you might be the best in the Lankan community right now. I'm gonna give you a beat.
Okay.
Can you freestyle over this? Prove to the viewers listening what you're all about.
That's good. Yeah, bet.
Okay, this is the beat right here.
Yeah. Yeah. On the Everything Etc. podcast.
Hey.
Let's go. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Cool, calm, and collected. The way go cover, making my reckless. Look at my neck, my chain, my necklace. Nonchalant, took her off the checklist. Bro, want a thick one. Pull up at the party, tell bro, go pick one. Which one? Hit one. I'm a lit one. 10 toes down, I'm a real one. Ay, yeah. I'm locked in trying to get this bread. She looking a lang in the back. Let's stress. Few drinks to the bottle. Babe, let's go to mine instead. Hey.
Okay. That was sick, mate. That's actually good. Is that what you're working on?
It's like something I've been like working on.
Yeah.
I think I want to make it into like that type of a song.
Yeah, but like, it's actually straight.
I can do another one.
Yeah, you want to go?
Dude,
do you want another one?
Dude, that's just a drill one.
Okay, I'll do this one. It's love.
Just set up drill.
Just drill. Easy.
Yeah.
Wait, so sexy drill and drill are different?
Yeah, so drill is more so like the hi-hat pattern and like the long 808. So it's like in drill it's like and then like the long bass sounds do something like that, right? Whereas sexy drill it's more like that's the hi-hat pattern.
Oh, okay. So there's like gaps in the hi-hat.
Yeah. They're basically the same thing, but drill is more so like hardcore, kind of like gangster, kind of like UK kind of thing. Where sexy drill is more like more romantic, more like in your feels.
Yeah. The stuff you'd like be in the club, like getting all groovy with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need to catch the beat on this.
No, you got it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right. Lock and load, I got you in a scope. Run up on me and I'm ready to go. I'm with the drillers, we're stacking up dough. We came from the dirt, so I know how to grow. New level, new mode. I'ma chase another bag, You can chase another hoe, Didn't know you can get that low, Ayy. Talk tough on the gram, you bluffing. When I see him face to face, it ain't nothing. Pull up with a man, yeah, we ain't running. All bad drip mask on, we're stunning. You can win it cause I'm relevant. Trigger happy, get relevant. Going ham on my element. I could DC for the hell of it, yeah. Look, mama birthday, so I got a Dior. Then I got some new cakes from the store. Tommy Hilfiger, yeah, straight from the store. God, but you would it be, call me go. She like the way that I dress. She like the way that I flex. She be asking how I am. Cool, calm, all blessed. Damn. Yeah.
Mate, that's actually sick. Bro,
thank you.
If everyone listening doesn't like have an immense respect after all you, that's insane.
Thank you.
That's very impressive.
Thank you.
Bro, that's sick. That's actually sick.
Thank you.
That's really cool.
It's not like it's something I've been trying to like improve on. Because like I know like people used to ask me, "Oh, can you freestyle?" When I was like early in my rap career. Like I was on a yacht cruise, like a yacht party, right? Yeah. And it was kind of like the same vibes, like me in my high school, like on the bench, but instead of like we're on a yacht, like someone's birthday. And then I just talked about like, I just made dick jokes. I was like, this guy's talking like a parrot. He must have a little carrot. And then everyone just go insane.
Dude, if I was there, I would have gone crazy. That's actually insane.
Yeah.
Does it come naturally freestyling? Like, do some people just naturally?
Some people naturally just can do it. Or like with me, you have to like like you think of a line like along the day or something, and then like you think of another line to like rap about. Honestly, it takes time, but it's something you think about in the back of your head, and then like you might just write it down for later. Well, this one I think I just like thought of it in the car like recently, and then I just like, you know, jotted it down on my rap book or something. But yeah, honestly, I want to try and build more songs like that because it's more natural instead of like, you know, me like writing them like in like my room or something and like actually being more calculated and like being more like perceptive with my words, I guess. Where in this case, like if I'm thinking about it, it's more like natural. It's more like, you know, more like, what's the word? More like easier to like, you know.
So when you're freestyling, like your thought process is already like you've thought of lines before. Yeah. And you're like, how can I make this like...
Yeah, how can I continue this song? Where is this going to go? Like, what am I going to talk about here? And I just think about it in my rap. Okay, if I'm talking about like, let's say like jewelry or something or like gold or girls or whatnot, right? I just make more relevant lines based on that. Yeah. And then once I'm done with that section, I'll just go to a different section and I'll just make sure like I'm rhyming or like the words at the end sound similar or something like that. Yeah. Dude,
I could not do that, honestly. On the spot. That's actually sick, though.
Thank you.
That's really cool.
Appreciate it.
Was it song party last year? I didn't go to this year's, but last year, that was...
Oh, that was at the Wickham, yeah?
Yeah, the Wickham, that was crazy.
Yeah.
I became, I'm like, who is this guy? Because this is like 3 weeks of me at uni. I didn't know anyone.
Oh, really?
And you start you start rapping, I'm like, yo, it's actually sick.
I think that was my third ever performance.
Really?
Yeah.
I could not tell me. It was good as.
Really?
I was like, yo, this is sick. And like, everyone's going crazy with the phones. It was so cool. And Suit and Size or something else. That was really
Suit and Size are always like my favorite ones.
Yeah.
But I think I can never, ever, ever capture the first moment in my first LilRonn party. I was like, the thing is, it was like my best performance ever in terms of like vibes in the crowd and everything. But I was actually like, that was like the first time I was actually like, I'm like scared. Like, I was like, I don't want to do this. But like, I think one of my mates was like, "Oh no, you gotta do this. You gotta do this. Like the crowd's like going crazy. They're hyped. They're probably hyped for you. So like, let's just do it." And then honestly, like I felt a little bit awkward like when I did it. But then once I did like the Riz song or whatnot, everyone just went crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had like.
So when was this? 2020.
2023, like first LilRonn party. So around Mid-March.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And it was your first ever.
My first ever performance. Yeah. Damn. I had like maybe like 20 monthly listeners.
But it came out with Ronn. You did that the first one?
Yeah, honestly, that was like, I wrote that song like a couple of months before.
Yeah.
But I realized that all my songs were good, right? But it wasn't catchy, right? I needed something that was like catchy, yeah? Something that would like, you know, stick with the audience's heads. Because like, you could be like a rapper and be lyrical, right? But if you can't get the crowd going, there's no point like you rapping or like performing, right? So like, I had to make a song that like people would remember, people would stick with, and then people could like, you know, tell their other friends about it. So that's why I made the Riz song. Honestly, it was like my mate, he put like some beats up on his Insta page. His name's Umbala. Shout out Umbala. He put something in a story, and I'm like, it was like this really catchy, like sort of like Playboy Cardi Rage type beat. And I'm like, okay, I need to get this, right? I got the MP3 file, and I just started. Honestly, I got that Riz part was just me freestyling, because I think that
that's the most catchy part of the entire song.
Yeah. Like I think the word Riz like sort of like, you know, started popping up on like TikTok and stuff like that. So like I've got to jump on this like hype craze. Yeah. So like I was like, oh, what should I say? I'm like, okay, I got that Riz. Yeah. I would do that in the beat and in the booth or whatnot. But yeah, that's how I made the song, and then that's when I first performed at LilRonn party, and then like. I didn't expect them to go that crazy. For my first performance, I didn't expect them to go like almost in my face, like with their hands.
But the song's fire.
The song's good.
Like when you're there, and I can imagine when you're like tipsy and everything, and the song comes on, bro, it's like everyone's just going crazy. Yeah. It's very catchy.
Yeah, thank you. I'm trying to make more like catchy beats like that, or catchy songs, I guess. Yeah. Because like if I make more like catchy things, it'll stick into their head. Like the next one that I'm releasing, it'll be like. It's more catchy. It's got like it's not like I got the Riz. It's like more so like a little section that's catchy, but then it's got like it's got more lyrical and more like auto-tune kind of vocals in it, just to make it, you know, stand out. But it still has like that catchy vibe to it. I'll show you later.
Okay, looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Making music, how does that work? Like, do you actually go to a studio and record everything?
So no, I actually have like my home office.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's like, it's where I do everything. I do my uni work.
Yeah.
I do my SLA stuff. I do, my music. So I just have like my iMac, hop on FL Studio, look into samples, make drums, make bass or whatnot. If I want to experiment with something, I might, you know, just go on like one of the VSTs. So a VST is like something where you can like create music on. I'm not a musical technical genius. Yeah. But like a piano or whatnot, you just mess around. I think that's how I've made like my first few songs. But then I just realized that sampling is just a lot more easier. It saves more time for me, especially if I'm a uni student. I'm wanting to like do other things as well. So sampling is very easy.
So you just take the beat from the sample.
So yeah, you just take a certain section from like a sample, or you go online, you just find samples and whatnot, like free samples of course, and then you just tweak it around, change the pitch, maybe change the length. You can chop different sections up, and then you can make it into like a completely different song based on like the sample, and then you just, the easy part is just like adding the drums, adding like, you know, any extra melodies and stuff like that. But yeah, it's basically like that.
Are you doing everything, like all this by yourself?
I used to, yeah.
Really? That's crazy.
I used to. I think nowadays, like, probably I've had like a few people who've like, you know, helped me with beats and stuff for free, which I'm like genuinely like thankful for. But
can you break that down fast? What do you mean by they help you?
So they just like they just send DMs like, hey, do you wanna hop on this beat? Like, I'll make music. Something like that. I've got like tons of that. I listen to it, and then like they have like a SoundCloud or whatnot, and then I'm like, okay, I like this beat, I'll go on this. And that's how like, I think that's how my like, that's how Black Starry was made, by like this guy called Sicilian Pereira. Shout out. Yeah, that was a beat made by him. Yeah. You can tell because it has different producer tags. So like with a song that I make, it has my producer tags. Like for example, mine would be like, I think my go-to are like, Ronn, you crazy, or Ronnie, baby, pick up the phone. So like my friends, they just like, you know, recorded it, and then I just make sure like it's my beat, so people know it's my beat.
And you just put that in the beat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like like Metro.
Yeah. Metro Boomin has like tons, like 5 at least. Yeah. But yeah, I get people who like send beats and stuff. But nowadays, I'm getting like at least maybe 2-3 people wanting to like send beats over. Plus me making my own beats, because it's been for a while. I think this is actually crazy. Yeah. I think it was like last year or something, end of last year. This guy DM'd me from like this music networking site, right? He's like, oh, let's collab. He commented on one of my songs, right? He was like, let's make music together. I'm like, okay, well, we'll suss him out, right? And then like I am sussing out, okay, he's made music before, okay, cool. And then I go to like his Instagram page. This guy has like 2.3 mil followers.
For real?
Yeah.
Who is he? Like just some random
guy? Just some like, he's like a memer. Oh. Right? It's like he just uploads like memes, but I guess he does like music like on the side. Yeah. But like the thing is, he never like reposted any of my music, so which would have been great because like 2.3 mil is crazy.
That's crazy exposure, right?
Yeah, but like I guess I never got to it, but he does have like 1,500 or maybe like 3,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. So I got that at least. But no, that was my song, my latest song, AW. Yeah. So like where it was like more like a Travis Scott type song. But that was that was one guy who sent me a beat. And then I have like people who like, you know, schoolmates, not schoolmates, like uni mates. Yeah. Who send beats and stuff like that. So I've got like one of my really close mates, Dishy. Shout out Dishy. I'm doing so many shout outs today. No,
respect the shout out. Yeah. They better be listening.
For this song that I'll show you, I was actually struggling with the bass, right? Because it wasn't like, it was sort of muddy in the mix, if you get what I mean. It wasn't like hitting properly, right? Yeah. So like, and like my mate, he's really good with like bass. That's because from his songs that I've like his instrumentals that he sent me. So I'm like, okay, I'll ask him, and then like he fixed the bass like that. Honestly, it's crazy because if you can find people like that who can save your time and then make the beat like, even better, it's just makes your life like 10 times easier.
So you got all these people like around you reaching out with beats, helping you produce.
Exactly, yeah. It's not just me, but I'm thankful that I have like people who like want to support me and who want to like, you know, make beats and stuff like that. It's honestly like so good. Yeah.
Dude, it must be good. Like it sounds like a long process to get the song made, get the beat to your standard.
Yeah, exactly.
It sounds like a big thing, but no, it's good that people are reaching out.
Yeah.
Keep reaching out. If you're listening and you make music, reach out to LilRonn.
Reach out.
His handle will be in the description. Reach out. Help him out. So you said rap was something you pursued because you wanted to like build yourself as a character. Like, like build your character, right? Yeah. Become your own person. Was it something like before that grade 12 time as a kid maybe? Did you think about rap and becoming like a music artist?
I think the earliest time I can remember was like, I think like my mom and my dad and then like some other people said that I had a really good voice. Yeah. In general, because like I go to like choir. Yeah. I go to like, you know, I do like temple, like we call them Bhattigitas. So like in Buddhism or like Sinhalese tradition in Vesak, which is like a traditional Sri Lankan like cultural like event. It's like a choir. You just like just sing like culturally traditional religious songs, and then like my parents would always force me to go into that because it's like oh, you're gonna be part of like you could be part of like the temple community and stuff like that. I hated it because it was like I was like introverted. I wasn't like the best of friends with everyone. I mean, I had friends, but like I just felt so socially awkward because like singing just wasn't my thing. But people were like, "You have a good voice. You have a good voice." And I'm like, okay. This is like when I was like
as young as like
probably like 6, 7.
6, 7. Jeez, okay.
Yeah.
And these are all like the seeds that eventually lead to.
Yeah, I guess those are like, now that I think about it, those are probably the seeds that have left me here. But yeah.
That's good though, because see what choir, sing around it,
I did
religious
choir,
functions.
Yeah, I did like piano, guitar back in the day. So I guess that's where like my music production comes into play. Because like if I didn't do piano when I was like probably like, I think I started piano when I was 8 or 9 or something. I probably would be really bad at musical production, right? And then I think in grade 8 we had like this in my old school. We did this like music project on GarageBand, and then I just used my piano knowledge just to make like a simple beat like with some groovy drums, bass line and stuff and I got like an A+, and I'm like I just felt myself like wow, oh I'm really good at this. Yeah. And then and then 2 years later, I moved. I was previously in Adelaide.
Oh, okay,
Then I moved to Brisbane in grade 9, and then that's when I met like the people, like my mate who got me into music again. Matt Young, shout out to him. He got me into like FL Studio and stuff like that. So
what is FL Studio?
FL Studio is like so you have like GarageBand, you have like Ableton. They're like your doors. So like your programs that you use for music to create music. Like what's the Apple one? I'm guessing it's GarageBand and something else. I forgot.
I don't even know.
Yeah,
I know GarageBand is a big one.
GarageBand is like for like very basic people. There's something. Oh, my friend would know. He's gonna kill me if he sees this. I should know it.
Yeah, I don't know.
But they're like the main like doors, I guess. That you use to create music on. Yeah.
And then FL Studio is one of those.
Yeah. So I use FL Studio.
So what's the difference between like that and GarageBand?
GarageBand. I mean, they're they're similar, but I think GarageBand's like more basic, mainly for like Apple users and stuff like that. Wait. Oh, I thought I had it. I'm trying to think of it.
I can't think of anything else other than.
No, there's something like.
Is it like iMovie?
Not iMovie. It's like it's like GarageBand. It's they look the exact same. Oh, my friend's gonna kill me if he sees it.
I only have GarageBand on my computer.
Yeah, but Logic.
Oh,
yeah. Logic. Yeah, it's Logic. Yeah, so GarageBand and Logic are like very similar.
Yeah.
Because they're on Apple. But I guess with GarageBand, I guess Logic and FL Studio are pretty similar because they're more for advanced people. But GarageBand's like more basic. People like, like just casually just like, making music. But like FL Studio and then like Logic, for instance, they're more like advanced. You can like drop in samples, you can cut things, you can like add your drums, you can like place like notes on like the cursor and stuff like that. Use the cursor to place notes. But yeah. That's essentially it.
Yeah, that's okay. There's like there's so much knowledge there.
Yeah, I had to like. I should have been studying grade 12, but this is what I was doing, researching how to make beats.
No, that's fair. That was me. I remember before grade 12, I was just watching so many movies before external.
Right. Yeah.
I'm like, bro, I should not have been doing that, but I did.
Honestly, it's a vibe.
Right.
I think I did the same thing.
Why stress over exam?
Exactly. Yeah.
Life is too short.
Yeah.
Pursuing this like dream of rap alongside uni, alongside being a UQSLA exec, there's a lot going on. So pursuing rap must be difficult. It must be something like you've got a lot going on.
Yeah.
What motivates you to keep going?
I guess it's that inner self drive.
Yeah.
I guess. Like I always want to be like, I've always wanted to be popular, I guess. I guess I mean,
we all want to be, right? It's kind of the way the cookie crumbles, right?
Yeah, I guess so. But like I've always wanted to be popular, like in school and stuff like that. I mean, I had my moments here and there, but wasn't to like my liking, I guess. But with music, I thought I could like get myself out there, and honestly like that too, like my own inner self drive, plus like my friends and like my family, like they help me. They're like they say whether a song's good, whether a song's bad. They give me feedback on it, and they just it's just like talking to them, my inner self-drive, what I want in life, etc. And that just basically motivates me to make music and better ones in the future, I guess.
Yeah, so like these are all the factors that motivate you to
do
better.
Yeah.
You said it's like you want to be popular. Do you feel more popular now that you're
for sure.
Like,
my ego is through the roof.
Is it like good for your ego though? Like, is it something that helps your self-image? It kind of like, it's a new lens that gives more areas for you to get hurt, if that makes sense.
What do you mean by getting hurt?
Like, you know when you're just in grade 12, when you weren't a music artist, you didn't have that much exposure. You had this love for music. You maybe weren't as popular, but you were like content. Maybe.
I was content. Yeah.
Now you're a music artist. You've got a lot more followers, a lot more exposure. You feel more popular. Yeah. But do you think there's more like chances for you to get hurt, or like your ego can take a hit? You know what I mean?
100%. Your ego can get hurt. Yeah.
Does it like affect you a lot, like as a person?
I'd say I've gotten a lot better at it.
Yeah.
Like I think when I first started out, I used to get like, like private alt accounts DMing, you're trash, or like stop making music or stuff like that. But like it's weird because like I'm like I looked at it and like I probably got like sad for like a week and then I moved on. But now like if something happens, like if someone comments something really weird under my like TikToks or like reels or whatnot, I just look at it and I'm like, okay, yeah, cool, next. Yeah. It's fine. I'm getting better at it. But like honestly, you can't like give in to the hate, right? Because like if you have like a dream that you're really pursuing and you're really passionate about, why let like one little comment like lead you astray, right? When you've got so much, when you've done so much for yourself, right? You can't you can't get one comment or like one negative comment from a person or like one diss or whatnot like ruin like your whole like personal life. Like it can get really bad if you like get into that hate. That's why I gotta be like you gotta be more calm, more content. You gotta look at yourself and like I'm the man, right?
You can deal with it, right?
Yeah,
like,
you can deal with it. Yeah, it's like honestly, it's fine. You just gotta. It's just like a learning process. Yeah. Like the more hate you get, like the better, I guess. Yeah. As my friend Kush said on Saturday, he was like, "If you don't have ops, you're not doing it right."
Yeah, that's real. That is real. Because if people aren't hating on you, then you're not doing well enough. Right?
Exactly. You gotta have hate.
Yeah.
It's like it's like two sides on the same coin.
It's proof you're doing better than them.
Yeah, exactly.
Proof you're achieving stuff. Right?
Yeah.
Being a rapper, being LilRonn, and then being LilRonn, is there a line you thread there, like between being yourself as LilRonn and being the rapper LilRonn?
Oh, of course. Like with my close friends and family, I'm a completely different person. I'm like very like cheeky, very like outgoing.
Yeah.
Very like I make heaps of jokes. I love to annoy them. Especially Jewel.
Shout out! These people better all be listening to the podcast.
Shout out Jewel, Barry, and Paris. They know what's up. But like if I'm like performing or if I'm like out in the crowd, I've got to like maintain like a certain level of like, not respect, but like I guess like a certain level of, what's the word I'm trying to look for?
Like a persona. Yeah,
exactly. Like I'm out on the stage, like
So what is this persona like? What like you're nonchalant? Like, is that the persona?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Like I guess nonchalant, like not caring what other people think, just doing your own thing, like just out there performing, making the crowds hype. I guess, yeah. And then when I
nonchalant.
That word is crazy. It's been popping up so much.
That is so. To some of my friends, they're honestly so nonchalant. Pisses me off. Bro. Like, why are you not reacting to what I'm saying? But,
exactly. Yeah, but like, I guess like a lot of it's like kind of funny because like a lot of people like who said like who didn't know me before thought I was like a really scary person, right? I'm not actually scary. Like I love to talk, right? That's why I'm here.
This is great.
Yeah.
No, because I can speak for myself. I remember seeing you, like UQSLA. I saw you in the library once. I said hi. Like, and I'm like, yo, this guy is so cool. Like he's like a rapper. And then Abdullah texted me a few days ago. He's like, oh yeah, LilRonn was coming to your podcast. Like, surely you could like get him on. I'm like, no way. Like this is
really?
In my head. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Yeah. But now it's like, dude, he's a solid guy.
Yeah.
Like it's such a different like perception of yourself. And your perception of other people is such an like interesting thing. Yeah. Like you perceive yourself to be like like what were you saying? Like cheeky. Yeah. Like making jokes. You're just friendly around your friends.
Like,
but
exactly.
To me, it's like I'm gonna perceive you as like that LilRonn persona.
Exactly.
Because that's the only part of what I've seen.
That's the like the only part like I've shown to like like Instagram, TikTok, like the social media realm. Like if you get to really know me, like I would be like really open towards you. Like I'd tell everything basically.
Yeah.
But like if you see me at like a party or I'm not gonna be as like, you know, open. I'm gonna be like a lot more reserved, a lot more like, you know, to myself, and then like if I'm rapping, I guess a lot more like focused on that, I guess, on the stage. But yeah.
In your opinion, who are the best 3 rappers of all time?
Okay.
This is a big question.
That's crazy. I mean, the easy answer would be something like Drake, Kendrick, and J. Cole.
Yeah.
Right, that's a cop-out answer. Because, like, you know, that whole diss thing was crazy.
What was your opinion on that?
I loved it. I loved it from both sides.
Because it's good music, isn't
it? It's good music. Yeah. Like, I got really good music because of that.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Do you take a side? Oh, not really.
Do I take a side?
Spectating.
I'm just spectating.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know, learning. Honestly, like from that, I learned a lot. I like into my raps, I learned a lot from what they did, and I applied it to my rap.
Like in what sense?
Like the lyrical stuff, the way to like diss people. He ways to diss people is crazy.
Kendrick's dissing way.
I don't know. I don't know if I'll diss people like that though.
Yeah.
Like Kendrick. I don't know, but but the way that they like, you know, wrote their words into their raps, the style, the like cadence, their flow and stuff like that. Something like obviously like that I got personally. Maybe because I'm a rapper and I'm like I write a lot. Maybe that's how I think of like the whole thing. But obviously, the whole thing was crazy. Like when I like, because I'm really into like this like whole like, you know, rap sort of like culture and stuff like that. So like when I saw it happening, I'm like, oh, no way it's happening. Like no way it's happening. Drake and Kendrick are going at each other. But yeah.
Do you think Not Like Us was like really, you could argue, overplayed?
100%. Yeah.
Do you like the song or like what's
I love the song. I still love it. Like it's a great song. It's just like, I guess the times have changed. Yeah. Like people want new music and stuff like that. But yeah, I love the song. But I'm like, the thing is, I'm like such a big Drake and a Kendrick fan. Yeah. That like, I can't really take a side. Yeah. Because I love both of their musics. Like I love Mr. Morale, the Big Steppers. I love like For All the Dogs and like, all that stuff with like the Party Next Door album was great. Yeah. And then even Kendrick's GNX album, that was wild. So I can't really like take a side. I'm like, I don't even know them personally, but like, you know, it's, as a fan, it was just like great to like witness, I guess. Yeah, because
I wasn't really big into that type of music until this stuff came out. Yeah. And I'm exploring like Kendrick and Drake, and then I got really into it. And something I'm like, I guess it's good for exposure for people who weren't into it, because it was massive. Everyone knew about it. Yeah. But jumping back to your 3 best rappers, do you reckon it's J. Cole, Kendrick?
That will be the cop-out answer. I can give you like...
What's your answer, not just cop-out answer?
Cop-out. I can give you like 5, 10.
Yeah, give us 5. Okay? 5, 10, you go for it.
Okay. These just rappers that I just like to like listen to, and then like it changes based on like how I perceive them, but it's mainly like remained the same throughout the years. So I'd say, not in any order, I'd say like Jack Harlow got me into like music a lot. Like his swagger, I guess, like the way he gets, like, I'm a really big fan. So I just love the way that he raps, like his smooth vibes and stuff like that. Drake, Kendrick, obvious answers. Drake is really good, like melodically, lyrically, like one of the greats, right? Kendrick, he's really good, like lyrically. Like if you like deep dive into what he says, like analytically, it's like crazy. It's like so many hidden meanings, so many double entendres, so much stuff that you can get from.
I mean, Kendrick's known for his lyrics.
Yeah, right? Exactly. J. Cole, I think, is a good mix of both Drake and Kendrick. I mean, he's got really good melodies and he's got really good lyrical ability. So I'll have him there. Controversial, I'd say Cardi.
Oh yeah?
I'd say Cardi only because he's done so much with the sound, and he used to get a lot of hate for his squeaky voice and stuff. Yeah. But I really like thought it was different. It was good. And then like look what happened to his like most recent album. Like it went viral. It went crazy. Now he has like 60 million monthly listeners. He used to have like a lot less. I guess like he's doing things in the rap scene that are like very like
kind of revolutionizing.
Revolutionizing, I'd say Travis Scott. Yeah. He's done so much for like the auto-tune type stuff with the rap scene. He's got so many great songs like on Astroworld, Utopia, crazy.
Straight bangers.
Yeah, I went to the concert last year. It was crazy.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Like in Brisbane?
In Brisbane, yeah, Suncorp. It was crazy. It was crazy.
I saw videos. It looked crazy.
It looked wild. I wanted to go on the mosh, but I was like, yeah, nah. Me and my friends were not surviving that, so I could not take that to the mosh.
Where were you in the stands?
I was like in the stands, like far away.
Some of my friends were in the mosh pit, bro. The before and afters go crazy.
Yeah. Like everyone's sweaty. And stuff like that. Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah. So Travis.
I've got more.
Yeah, keep going.
I said Drake, Kendrick, Jack Harlow, J. Cole, Travis, Cardi. I'd say like Future, like he's pretty good at, like mumble rappy. But he's got really good vocals, really good like songs and stuff like that. Like Superhero, I was good. Wicked, really catchy song. Well, 3 more, right?
Yeah, that's what, 6 or 7 now.
That's 7. I'd say I'm gonna say Central C.
Yeah,
he's really good, like in terms of freestyling, and I get some of my freestyling tips, like studying like from his like on the radar freestyle, like from the stuff in his booth and stuff. So he's really good, like lyrically, and like one of my favorite drill rappers, I guess. What else? There's a couple more. I guess like Dave. You know Dave?
I don't know Dave.
Like he's the one on Sprinter. Like,
no, I don't.
Command them to inconsiderate.
Oh yeah.
That song. So it's Central C and Dave.
Yeah.
He's really good. In the UK scene. One more. Let me think. Ooh, Young Thug.
Oh yeah.
Young Thug. I loved his song on Metro Boomin's Metro Spider.
Yes.
Yeah. But like, I just love like the way that he like spits. It's like so hard. Like even like he's got autotune on the vocals as well. But like he can rap fast. He can do like so many things with his voice. It's crazy.
Autotune is such a hit or miss.
Yeah, you got to be really good at it. Yeah,
like some people you listen to, it's like nah, like it's just not it. But others, like you're saying, like Travis is probably like one of the pioneers.
Yeah. But I guess like Kanye to an extent.
Yeah.
Probably inspired Travis. But like Travis is like big autotune heavy. So like he's like the GOAT in terms of like autotune, I guess. And that's where you get like your Cardis, and then that's where you get like your other autotune ones. But I guess like him and Future are probably like autotune like pioneers. But
you've used autotune in some of your songs, but
I've started using more autotune. Like I think I started using autotune probably in Black Sorry, right? And then I started using it more in the next song, which was Cinnamon Swirl, with more like a new jazz. Lil Tecca, I really love Lil Tecca.
Yeah,
I gotta add him there. He's like really good in the new jazz scene. Like it's a different style of rap. It's more like chill, laid back. It's more like jazz heavy focus.
Oh really? I've never listened to Lil Tecca.
Lil Tecca is good. Like I think you probably heard of Ransom. Like I got black, I got white. What you?
Oh
want.
Yeah, that's him.
That's him.
Oh what?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
So it's like a completely different style of like rap.
Yeah. So that song is actually more trap. But now he's gone into a phase where he's more like new jazz. He's kind of like pioneering something that's different that no one's ever really had.
What do you mean by that, new jazz?
New jazz. So it's like a combination of both like jazz elements, trap elements, drill like bass, and like just like simple catchy hi-hats. It's such a good like subgenre.
Yeah.
That I'm trying to make more out of that as well. I think that's why I made my Cinnamon Soul song. It was based off of Lil Tecca. But yeah.
It's a solid pick though.
Yeah.
A very solid pick.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Yeah. No Kanye though. He's a bit iffy, isn't he?
He's a bit iffy, but I love Kanye. I love Kanye, like his music. Like they're so inspirational. Like the stuff that he's on like My Dark and Twisted Fantasy or something. Donda's really good. I love Donda. But yeah, Kanye is like one of the goats for sure.
Yeah.
He's like he influenced so many people to like make music, and then like he like probably like influenced Kanye. I'm afraid he probably
Kanye influenced himself.
No, he probably
such a Kanye thing to say.
He probably influenced like Drake, Kendrick, Travis, Future.
Yeah.
Like all of them are probably like somewhat connected to Kanye in some way.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Like keeps his picks he had like Jack Harlow. I think he's amazing.
He's crazy. Yeah. Like his early songs in like 2020 to 2022 were crazy.
They were so popular.
They were so popular. Like What's Poppin', Tyler Herro.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Yeah.
He's great, honestly. And the glow up is insane.
Yeah. I love like I don't like him just as a rapper, but just like how he styles himself. Cause like he used to be like a nerd. Like if you looked at him like the old photos, like a genuine like nerd. But then like he glowed up like. He removed the glasses, removed the braces and stuff like that. And now he's like, what considered one of the like hottest like white guys out there.
Right? Yeah. It's valid though. It's Jack Harlow.
Yeah.
What inspires your songs?
What inspires my songs? That's a great question. I think it's just basically like my own like experiences. Like you meet different people, you have different experiences. Like you talk to them, and stuff like that. You might make some enemies along the way, but
that's an interesting chuckle. But
yeah. But honestly, it's just my experiences, like what I've seen, what I've dealt with. Let me give you an example. Let's say most of my songs are about like, you know, like talking stages and stuff like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn.
And then yeah, just like, you know, experiences like that, and then like meeting them and stuff like that. Honestly, you win some, you lose some, but it doesn't really matter. It helps my rap career. Like, you know, you can write stuff about it.
Yeah.
But,
Taylor Swifting them for real.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. No, but like, you know, you can grab like certain things they say or certain things you've like, you know, had experiences like with your friends and stuff like that, talking stages and whatnot, and you can make it into like a really like catchy song. Like RZRONN was based on a talking stage. Cinnamon Swirl.
Oh, really? Can you explain a bit about that? No, obviously not too much.
Yeah.
But you're trying to expose them here.
Yeah. I can't expose them. But basically, no, it's just like, I guess like we both liked each other at the time. Yeah. It's alright. Different time period. But yeah, it was about them, I guess. But like, you know, I just like feeling myself. And then like when it ended, it was like, oh, it's alright. Yeah. But the song blew up, so I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. I just use that.
So like the I got that is like, yeah, I'm that guy.
Yeah. That's like, honestly, cause of like, honestly, like with girls and stuff, they're like my big motivators for like, you know, like how I evolve as a person and music, and like personally as well.
In what sense? Like the way you carry yourself?
Yeah, I guess like, for example, like I think I used to be a lot more like heartbroken over girls like back in the day. Like I'd say like, you know, if they do something like really bad or something like crappy towards me or something, like I take it personally. I probably have like a hiatus or something. But like I use that as motivation. Like you honestly, like you can use that in the gym too. I do that all the time. Yeah. But like in your music as like a person, and like, you know, you gotta like, you know, you can't let their hate like, you know, destroy what you are, right? Because like you've gone so far, you can't like, you know, go up and then like just go down. You gotta like, you might have like little like hiccups here and there, but the main trajectory is that you go up. Yeah. Right? So, like, I've had so many talking stages. I've had, like, you know, heaps of, like, failures with women and stuff like that. But it's okay. Like, honestly, you just have to, like, you know, make sure that you're calm and composed. And then, like nothing can, like, you know, like, whittle you down.
Yeah, because life goes on, right?
Yeah, life goes on. There's always, like, what, as they say, I don't know if, like, my friend said this or someone said this, but there's, like, heaps of fish in the sea. Just keep fishing. Yeah,
that is the go-to line, right? No, I think a lot of guys need to hear that, honestly. Yeah. Guys take it too hard. They just do.
Paris, you need that. I'm joking.
Oh, jeez. Calling him out on the podcast is crazy. I'm joking. You're also an executive in a club at UQ called UQSLA, which is the Sri-Lankan Association. Yeah. Why do you get into that? What's the story behind that?
You know the honest reason?
Yeah, go.
Try and guess.
There was a girl on it?
No.
You lost a bet?
No. Think about what we've been talking about.
Because you wanted to rap more?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fair. And you joined the exec team and you're like, this is my chance to rap more.
That was honestly one of the main reasons, yeah. And also, like, promote their club, too. Yeah. Yeah, because, like, I remember, like, I'm not outing them. Like, SLA is, like, a great community. Yeah. Join, get members, guys. Memberships. But I think it was, like, honestly, like, 2022. Like, when some of the parties went in. Like, Sarong party, there's, like...
What was this? Was this your first year at uni, 2022?
2022 was like my second year.
Second year, okay.
I was introverted. I didn't go to any events until 2021.
So second year was when you like jumped in?
Yeah, I guess like first year I went to like a couple of SLA events, but like maybe like one Sarong party, and then 2022.
But they weren't
big as they're now. They weren't like crazy level. Yeah. But like I just went to like one Sarong party, and then like the crowd just wasn't it. It was in like some like uni room. Like, probably, like, 30, 40 odd people, like, vibing to songs. And I'm like... Yeah. Like, I felt like the inner Sri Lankan in me was like, nah, surely we can make this better. Yeah. Right? Surely we can get, like, a better venue. Surely we can get, like, heaps of more people.
And this is pre you becoming an exec?
This is pre. This is 2022. I became an exec at, like, 2023.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I tried to go for president, but that's all good. Honestly, that was actually one of the biggest risks I took.
This year?
End of 2022.
You went for president?
I went for president.
Just straight up?
Just straight up. No one knew me. Right?
Jeez, that's a big jump. Yeah, respect that,
bro. Yeah. But like, yeah, everyone after was like, who is that guy? That guy was like made like a cracking like speech and stuff like that. But like, honestly, yeah, I saw how it was in 2022. The state wasn't great, but I wanted to make it better. And the inner Sri Lankan in me was like, you gotta like do something. Like, I felt like I felt like I needed to do something. So like. And then I also saw like an outlet to put my music up, because like, you know, if you're going to all these parties and stuff, surely you have like some sort of entertainment, right? So I'm like, in the back, I didn't like tell anyone, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, okay, maybe I can like weave my music into this somehow.
Okay, so this is like your motivation.
Yeah. So I joined the club. Yeah, I did the whole speech. Didn't get president. That's all good. It was part of
That's respectable though. Just putting yourself out
there. Yeah. I was still like, not like LilRonn. I was just like still LilRonn, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, then I became an events executive in 2022. That's when I suggested to the guys like, hey, I can rap. I can make some good entertainment. But let's do it. And I'm like, okay. And they were like, they're really all for it. And then that's how I, performed at the 2023 Sarong Party. And then Suits and Saris. And then last year 2024, like Suits and Saris, Sarong Party, and then I guess Fright Night, I guess.
Yeah.
Those are more like times where I like put my music in and like got more of an outlet. That's how like, I started performing more. That because I needed like a way for people to like get to know me, to like, listen to my songs, right? I can't just rely on like, hey, here's a post, new song out.
Yeah.
Stream it. It's not
gonna go out and like
exactly. You gotta go out, meet new people, like get out of your comfort zone. That's why I did it, honestly. But then obviously I also want to like grow the club, right? So like as an events executive, like you gotta find new venues and stuff like that for Suits and Saris. Like we upgraded the warehouse in 2023 or something, and like also for like Sarong Party, finding like instead of going from uni rooms, you go to like actual like hotels, actual like venues and stuff like that. That's like as an events executive. And then the club actually like reached like really good numbers at the end of 2023. Like we got heaps of people at like Sarong Party, heaps of people at like Suits and Saris. We went from like tremendous numbers. And then in 2023 I went for vice president. Got it. So that was great. 2024. Yes. And then
are you still vice president now?
I'm still vice president now.
But Sinley's
president. Yeah. So me and Sinley, we've been president and vice president for past year. So we started in 2024.
Yeah.
And now in 2025. She actually used to work under me as like, I was an events executive and she used to be a general executive.
Really?
Yeah. So like I used to like tell her to do things and stuff like that. Oh, Cindy, can you send like, this email? Can you call them up? I used to do that. Now she tells me to do things.
Tables have turned.
Tables have turned. But I love it. Yeah. Cause like, she's a great president. Yeah. Great president. But yeah. And then, it's just like small steps in like evolving the club to become better and getting more numbers, getting more like through marketing or whatnot, right? And having bigger budgets and stuff, making this year better than the last, essentially. So like it's just about growing the club, seeing what I can do with my music as an outlet. But yeah, essentially that's it. And in terms of like managing my time, I think that was one of your questions.
Yeah.
So I do like a lot of things. I'll break it down for you. So I do music.
Yeah.
Obviously I do like uni, my master's in public health. I do my like SLA exec committee stuff, vice presidency, stuff like that. And then I have to go to gym, hit the gym, make sure I'm like physically fit. And then also have like a social life. Yeah. Right?
So there's a lot of factors.
That's a lot of things. Yeah. Like normally like, this is why I wanted to stand out. Cause like normally if like, this is why I didn't like the whole aspect of like, be a doctor, be an engineer, be a lawyer, make money, have family. Like everyone does that. Yeah. No one does like 4 different things at once and tries to like balance it out. That's why I wanted to do that. I wanted to be like someone that's different, right? So honestly, with like all of that, like calendars, like
so calendars your best friend.
Calendars, Trello. I'm not sure if you've
What's Trello?
Trello is like an organizational like website sort of thing. Like you can like put in like your assessments and stuff like that. It's really helpful. It's like Notion. You probably heard.
Oh yeah, because I use Notion.
Yeah, it's like that. They're very similar. You just like list all your assessments, all your due days and stuff like that. I just mainly use it for uni, and then like with music, it's honestly just like I do it in the background, like whether it's like if I'm eating or if I'm like just relaxing, I might listen to something, I might write something, or I just do that in my spare time. And then gym, obviously. Like at least I try to go at least minimum 3 days a week. Yeah. Push pull legs. Yeah. Shoulders. Yeah. There's that, and then SLA. That's like something on it as vice president. All you have to do is just like tell people, "Oh, send this email, do this call," and then if something like urgent has to happen, like you have to do the calls and emails. But honestly, it doesn't take that long. It's something like you might do. Like on Monday, and then you might continue on Thursday or Friday, and then you might get a follow up on like next Monday or something. But with SLA, it's a lot of like note taking. I take a lot of notes, like in my book and stuff like that. Like if things need to be done, things I need to say in the meeting and stuff like that. things that need to happen on this certain event. It's all like note taking, and then like, you know, dates and putting dates and stuff like that in like my notebook, plus Trello, I guess. And then like social life, because like you need to have like
that's a lot. You've already said a lot now.
And to tie everything in order to be like, you know, like a human being, you need to, you know, interact with friends, family, like you meet up with people, go to Garden City, you know, have like matcha or whatnot, you know, go to like, you know, escape rooms, go to like, you know, the movies and stuff like that. You got to all fit that in just to make sure that you're like not insane.
Because you need a social life.
You need a social life. If you don't have a social life, you're not doing it right.
I don't know how people like uni students, like med students, who like have barely.
I don't know how my friend Paris, like, shout out Paris again. He's a med student.
Yeah.
He is like, he's a really hardworking guy. Like, I don't know how he does it. But respect to him. Like, he's such like a hard worker.
Yeah.
He's doing med and then like all this other stuff. So yeah, honestly, med students are like the goats in terms of like managing time.
Right. So just flat out stuff to do all the time.
Yeah, because he does dance as well. So like,
really?
Yeah, so he's got to like, you know, like manage that as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, props to the med students because their uni schedule is like on crack. Like it's different.
It's insane. I don't know how they manage time, but but social life, no, it's really important.
Yeah. For sure.
That's a lot of stuff going on. The vice president stuff at UQSLA.
Yeah.
So what do you actually do? You just organize everyone else?
So I run the events team.
Yeah.
I just tell them like, hey, can you email this? Can you call this people? Can you get this done for catering, stuff like that? And then they get back to me, and then they give us like their answers and their responses, and then like as a team with a T4, like we discuss whether this is the best option, whether this is like a bad option, and then we just work on that, and then like we just continue to like, you know, do that for events. And then also I just support the president in terms of any like, you know, issues going around the club or whatnot, if she needs help with anything, or if I need to do like an important call or an email. It's basically like that. And then also like, you know, looking after like all the other execs in the team, making sure that they're fine. Yeah.
So you're basically turning on the cogs of the machine that is UQSLA.
Yeah.
So all these events like at the warehouse and
that's all because I tell like people, oh, can you email them? Can you call them?
And you gotta reach out, like the club reaches out.
Yeah.
It's not like some uni affiliation. It's like the club itself.
like our name, like my name is underneath, like kind regards Ronn or kind regards whoever. But for like for Susan Saris, it's mainly me because that's like my main goal, like my main job to email Susan Saris, the venue people at Susan Saris to like, you know, like, hey, kind regards Ronn. They send back, and then I just report back to the events team, see what's up, what they want. If I need to go to the main chat, see what's up, get their opinions, and then I just send another email. Honestly,
there's a lot though. It's such a big event. Like props to you. For, like,
that's why you got to start early. Like preparation probably started like December
last year.
Yeah,
because you need to book it. Back in December.
Yeah.
Does it? Your income as a club, does that just come from memberships?
That and plus other things as well.
Okay, that's like it must be tough.
It is tough, but like the club's going well. Everyone's, you know, excited about Susan Saris. Get your tickets. Crazy event.
Go get Susan Saris tickets. Get it. I'm not even the exec, but I'm here promoting UQSLA. Actually, no. The reason I joined UQSLA back in the day was
Are you Sri Lankan?
No, I'm not.
You're not Sri Lankan.
Because
so why did you join? Yeah.
I didn't even. At UQ, they have what's it called? The week before uni starts.
Orientation
week. Week. Yeah, when they have market there a week, all the clubs are there.
Yeah.
And I went on a trip to Japan and found with my friends. I came back and I got chicken pox. It was like super sick.
Oh, wow.
It was bad. And I couldn't come to market day. I was like, it was really bad. So I couldn't come, but my friends like Abdullah, Mike or Rahil, they went to market day. And then at market day...
Was it 2023?
2024 at the start. Yeah. And then
I was there on the stand. Yeah.
Yeah. I was Tahari. Reached out to them, and then she convinced them, and as a joke they're like, oh, let's do it, and they joined, the three of us, and then I came to uni, and then my girlfriend was with them too, so she joined. And then at uni they're all like, oh, you need to join because like all of us joined. I'm like, okay, so I joined it. We had no idea what it was, and we're in the city one night, the three of us hanging out, so the four of us, and we're walking behind Tahari and her boyfriend, and we're like, I think it's Abdullah and Michael's like, bro, that's the girl that convinced us to join. So we go up and we're like, hey, and how are you? And we introduced ourselves, and she's like, oh, are you coming to
Sarong?
This is before Sarong. It was like the orientation
meet and greet.
Like it was a meta mission. Like, yeah, we'll go, and we went, low-key, I don't think any of us were like really, we just wanted to see what was up, like uni. And we
won. That was
the murder mystery one.
The murder mystery. Yeah.
And then we won that.
Yeah, I remember you guys did with that. Yeah.
And then after that, we're like, we were locked in. That's when we're like, suit and saris. SLA is it? Because we joined, I won't name drop them, but we joined other clubs. And we went to events at those clubs. Yeah. And they were just not as good as... I'm promoting SLA here. But I don't know, there was something about SLA. It was just... Everyone was so welcoming.
Yeah, okay.
Other clubs, it's like very cliquey.
Okay.
You know, but I thought SLA was good.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, I'm just promoting. But no, that's the story why I'm in SLA.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, because I do remember... Yeah, Abdullah... Well, I remember his face, like, vividly. Because he was, like, one of the guys that, like, was probably... I think he had the mic or something. And he explained why,
but he did nothing. I sorted out the murder mystery. We just gave him the ticket because it was his birthday.
Yeah, honestly, like, I had to... I made the whole story. Yeah. Well. So, like, I made sure, like, you know... A few red herrings, and then I made sure, like, you know, some lines connected to each other, so you probably, that's why you probably won, because you thought of, like, you know, the deeper plot, and like, oh, this guy murdered this guy. Yeah.
Honestly, Amandi and Tari were giving us heaps of tips.
Oh, really? That's crazy.
But crazy. No, it happened a year ago, it's all good. Yeah, but SLA, it's a great club, join it if you haven't. Also, go check out LilRonn. He's got a lot of big plans in the future, which leads us to the final question for today. What are your plans for the future? What are we looking out for LilRonn to release? Okay,
that's a great question. I think I want to start, like, you know, obviously putting more money into, like, advertising and stuff like that, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, whatnot. I think in the past I didn't do that, but I want to put more money into that. Plus, making more, like, reels, and making more, like, you know, visualizers, maybe, like, more, like, music video style reels. That's something I'm trying to work on. Probably you'll see something, like, later in the future, I guess. Making more people, like, more inclined to, like, you know, view my music, and then uploading more daily. Not daily, like, you know, more prominently. Like, like, more prominently, I guess. If possible, get onto more stages. That's like I can't, like, always go on Toots and Saris. Right? Probably, like, you know, one club or two clubs or whatnot. See what happens. I don't know. But yeah, always working on new music. Like, I'm trying to release one, like, later probably early this next month or something.
Also, it's coming out.
Yeah, like, that's, like, my goal. It's just, like, I have, like, a draft of it. Like, it's a decent draft that I can, honestly, like, I'll be happy with what it is. But, like, it's, like, the final tweaks that I'm not really happy with. Yeah. But, like, I can probably fix it tonight or something. But, there's that. I want to make more, like, you know, not just, like, obviously I said before, like, more catchier songs, more people's songs you can relate to. But, like, you know, go into different genres. Maybe, like, you know, a little bit of R&B, Afro beats.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because, like, I've made, like heaps of the R&B, Afro beats back in, like, 2022, 2021. But, like, I didn't have the voice for it, right? But now, like, as, like, you know, as a musician, as an artist, you know, you evolve, and then I've gotten more better at singing. So I want to pursue something like that. Make, you know, flip the switch on them, give them something different. Like,
that would be really interesting.
Yeah. So I am working on, like, a couple of Afrobeat songs, in the future, and probably just releasing more songs in general. But do you actually want to listen to?
Yeah. Okay.
All right. I won't say the name of the song. I mean, the song isn't called "I Ain't Playing." That's the thing that I've been, like, releasing, but it's got a different name. Let me just test out if you can.
Yeah, all good.
Can you wait? Let me max. I'll just play this random song.
Okay. Yeah, I can hear
that. Okay, cool.
Okay.
All right.
So
yeah, this is like a draft, but I'll be really happy. I'll be fine with, like, releasing it. But yeah,
this is a draft of the one you're gonna release in May.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but it's still good for, like, a final version. I'll be happy. It's just, like, a few little things, but it's fine as a final version.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see.
All right, let's go.
This is good as.
Yeah.
Dude, the beat is actually, like, strong.
Thank you. Yeah,
that's good as.
It's, like, more Cardi type vibes, yeah.
Oh, that was sick. That was sick. Oh, the auto-tune is good. That's actually sick as. Yeah. This is really catchy.
Thank you.
Dude, it's actually good as.
Thank you, yeah.
The auto-tune you're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, it's like, dude, it's actually good as. Like, I don't even know what, like, musically it's called, but, like, the echoes in the background.
Ad-libs and then, like, dubs, auto-dubs.
They make it. And, like, some of the, I won't spoil it, but some of the effects you have in it, oh, what? That's actually, this is catchy as.
Thank you,
I made that. Thank you, bro.
I rate you, man. Thank you.
I appreciate the early viewing.
You're, like, one of two people who've heard the full song.
Dude, I'm actually honored.
I think so.
Dude, I reckon when that comes out, check out LilRonn's Instagram. Listen to the song. It's great. That's really good, man.
Thank you.
I was not expecting that. That was really good.
Thank you. Yeah.
But LilRonn, before we finish, we have a tradition of the podcast where we have Pip. On the 10th episode, Pip has become a real doll that our previous episode guest Ben is part. Basically, each guest in the podcast leaves a sentence or two about the story of Pip in his life.
Okay.
I know he looks like a girl, but he's basically it started off when Pip was a pink duck. Yeah. In a family, and of brothers who were black ducks. We felt out of place. Okay. Right, and he became emo. He explored his career options. He thought about becoming a doctor, becoming an Air Force pilot, or becoming a stripper. I don't know why.
Wait, you said stripper?
Yeah, someone did. He eventually couldn't pick, and he got a girlfriend who was called Duckette. They were really content, really happy, but then she cheats on him at a strip club.
Wait. Oh, she. Oh.
Yeah,
But this guy's a stripper.
Yeah. But then she cheated on him.
Oh, that's wild.
At a strip club, yeah. Right. So he stops being emo, breaks up with her, goes on and lives his life, and he thinks he's better, right? So he becomes an Air Force pilot in the Duck Navy. He goes on holiday after being in the Duck Navy and, tuning his craft for a year. Yeah. But when he's there, he sees his ex-girlfriend there with her new boyfriend. Oh. And he thinks he's over, but he's not, and he goes crazy. So he uses his F1 pilot skills and gets in a plane and bombs the hotel that his girlfriend's staying at.
Okay.
And that was intense. And then now he's sitting on a beach being content because he's eliminated his girlfriend and her new boyfriend.
How?
I know, this guy makes me so nice, right? And then he's sitting on the beach, and then his girlfriend and boyfriend just arise from the ocean. Okay. And the girlfriend raises, as a duck, who's also a duck, raises her wings, and everyone else that was in the hotel that died rises up from the ocean, and a tsunami starts coming.
What is it?
We have to reset the timeline. I got too out ahead. Then they try to get to the plane that's on the beach. They can't get away, and then this is where it gets even crazier. The Duck Avengers show up, and the Duck X-Men, and storm in the Duck Avengers. I think it's Iron Goose and Captain America.
What? Great names.
Yeah. They stop all the zombified people rising from the ocean, and then Storm from the Duck X-Men stops the tsunami from coming, and they're all safe. But turns out, because Pip's a wanted murderer, right? Turns out Iron Goose is also sketchy, and he's also a wanted murderer. So he grabs Pip, and they escape to a cabin in the woods where they're now living undercover.
So they're in a cabin in the woods.
Yeah, living undercover because they're both wanted murderers. And his best friend Iceman, who had ice powers, by the way, he's in the Duck Avengers now. Yeah, there you go. That's a bit.
Okay. And how long? What's the time span? Like a couple years, a couple months?
I think it's been like a few weeks since.
This happened in a few weeks.
I mean, the dating stuff happened in like maybe a few months, and then it was a year when he was in the Navy. Okay. So it's been like maybe 2 years since the start of the story.
And they're currently in a underground, like in a cabin.
Yeah, in a cabin. Yeah. Okay. They're like underground. They're like, what's the word? They've gone like recon. Recon. What's the word when they're like undercover?
Like,
they're off the grid.
Off the grid. Yeah. Right.
Okay. Yeah. So what happens next with Pip?
Okay. So who's he with?
With Iron Goose.
Iron Goose and
Iceman is left him. They're not friends anymore. He's in the Duck Avengers, and Iceman is looking for Pip.
Okay. They're in a cabin. Let's do a massive time skip.
Oh, okay.
Let's do like 10 years.
10 years.
10 years. Him and Iceman, right?
There's Iron Goose. Iceman left him. Right? Iron Goose is like the Iron Man duck version.
Iron Goose.
I don't know. That's just the name.
I think they're in the cabin. The 10 years. He's probably like what? How old is he now?
I don't know.
After 10 years.
Let's say he's 25. Actually, 28. Let's say 28.
He's 28 in the cabin now. Okay, so he was 18. Wow.
Actually, maybe he's 20, 29, 30.
Okay, 29. Okay, he's in the cabin with his mate. All right, and then suddenly, it's like a normal night, I guess. Yeah. And he just hears like the weirdest sound, like a rustling, like in the bushes or like some trees. All right. And then I guess Iceman, right? Yeah. He goes to investigate.
Oh, Iron Goose.
Iron Goose.
Iceman.
Iron Goose. Right. Okay, the Iron Goose goes to investigate.
Pretty much the same.
It's been a couple of hours. He doesn't come back. And then he goes to investigate, see what's up. And then he just sees Iron Goose on the floor dead, like outside.
Jeez. Iron Goose is dead.
So he's just lost his like best friend for 10 years.
So
and then he looks up and just sees like yellow piercing eyes like staring at them through the bush. I'll leave it at that. Yeah.
You've cooked with that.
Yeah.
That was so he's at the cabin.
Yeah.
He's off the grid with Iron Goose, the Iron Man version of a duck.
Yeah. It's been 10 years.
10 years, time skip. They hear rustling in the bushes. Iron Goose goes out to check.
Yeah.
He doesn't come back for a few hours.
Yeah.
So Pip goes outside and he sees Iron Goose dead on the ground in the bushes. And he looks up and there's two yellow piercing eyes staring back at him.
Like in the bushes.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. That's not what it is.
Yeah, tune in next week to see what happens.
That's crazy.
But thank you, LilRonn. Thank you for coming on the podcast.
That's all good,
It has been a pleasure.
Happy to be here. I hope I'm like the next few episodes or whatnot. If I'm, a later episode or whatnot, I'll be there.
Yes, we'll love to have you back sometime. Yeah. After song drops.
For sure.
It's going to do well.
Maybe like after Susan Sari's.
Oh, that would be great.
That'd be good.
Get some Susan Sari's content.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on. LilRonn's Instagram is tagged in the description of the video. Do you want to tag yourself? Anything you want to...
listen to my Spotify. That's where all my music is. Yeah, follow the Instagram. More music, more vibes. Yeah. Thank you.
Go check it out. You can check out Everything Etc. on Instagram at everything.etc.podcast. Check us out on YouTube and Spotify as well. LilRonn, thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
No, it was great. I'm sure the listeners, I loved hearing about you and why you're doing it. It's great. Can't wait to see what you're going to achieve.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
We'll see you next week on Everything Etc. Thank you.